Hello, hello, hello. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. Khush Amdeed. Ji ayanu. Goeiemorgen.
Pakhair Angele, Ni hao, Chune Shumme, Washmale, Ohio, Gonzaimes, Guten Morgen, Hola, Bonjour, Privyet, Kaifahal, Hala Shama Chatore, Ahlan Wasalan Marhaba, Buna, Mucho, Gracias, and a very amazing good morning to everyone who's tuned into PTV World and the Watching World this morning, alongside the very amazing Shiza Hashmi and Shahzad Khan. Hello Shiza, how are you today? And don't ask me how am I doing.
Absolutely great. I'm pretty sure you're doing great too, because how's your gym going, by the way?
Well, my gym's going fine. I think the only thing which actually makes me upset is because of the fact that, since I'm traveling and I'm traveling all across Pakistan these days and over the weekends, ladies and gentlemen, for all my viewers who are out there, I'm really apologetic that, quite often on Mondays I do miss the shows, but I'm very sorry for that. I do not really want to do that, but there's a lot of love to share. So, there are a lot of places to visit. There are a lot of people who expect you to be there as well. So that's the sole reason which is keeping me busy. And I think I feel great. And I always prayed to Allah Mia that, whatever it takes, just keep me busy. I just want my shows to be booked like for another year.
Yeah, but that's brilliant, right? I mean,
what about
sure
you? How do you feel today?
I feel absolutely okay. not too great. But listen, so I know for a fact that when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do is Facebook. So did you learn something new today?
No, I don't do Facebook. Yeah, but that was a great cue though.
Stop! Why do you always mention it's a cue? Just carry on.
That was a great cue. So what happened today, ladies and gentlemen, was that whenever I wake up, so the first thing I would do is that I'll check my phone and I'll go into the group we have for our morning show, and I'll just revise all of what we have discussed later that night. But at the same time, so you obviously have to open up Instagram, Facebook and everything. Yeah. So I opened up Facebook today and they said, Shahzad, this was how your 2018 was. And I was very happy of the fact that I could see that, throughout the year they've posted pictures of me hosting different shows in different stages. But there was this one thing which I thought of, and that was that, this is something we need to talk about on our show. And that is, so we're building up towards New Year's. Yeah. It's going to be Christmas on the 25th and, Qaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, this is a very special and it holds a very important place in our hearts too as well. But other than that, talking about New Year, so everybody, every time, with all of your friends, when you sit down or your family members, they're like, oh, this time at New Year's, we are going to come up with so and so resolutions and we're going to do this and whatnot.
And to be honest, that never happens. For me or my friends, it does not ever happen. Yeah. We do make resolutions and everything, but we're never able to pull it off.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. But because it takes a lot of hard work and sheer dedication to do that. Man. Yeah, sheer dedication and commitment to do that. But so the ideas these days are like, for example, oh, I'm going to get married next year, or I'm going to quit smoking next year, I'm going to lose my weight next year, I'm going to travel here and there and whatnot. But I think for me, last year, the resolution, I think it's on record too as well, because you can go and check our YouTube channel. The last year show we did, I said that I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to lose my weight. And I think that's something which I've achieved so far. And in a year's time, it took me a longer period of time, but other than that, somewhat I'm there.
But that's brilliant. I mean, I'm pretty sure you feel good about it as well, right?
Yeah.
But have you decided upon a new resolution?
Yeah, I have decided one thing for New Year's as well. But before I talk about that, I want you to talk about what will be your New Year resolution.
Okay, I'm not really sure about it yet because there's still like more than 15 days to go. But I think it's going to be somewhere along the lines of prioritizing things and, taking more days off and traveling. Because I don't do that. I mean, I've been working for more than a year straight. Yeah. So I do need it.
Without a single day off. I think that's true dedication too as well. But other than that, for me, I think what I wanted my resolution to be is to make gym a lifetime partner. I think that's what I want to do, because, we're actually entering in that age category where if, God forbid, or unfortunately, we stop going to the gym, it'll be very hard to stop our bellies to come out. So that's something I want. But other than that, what are we talking about today?
Okay, so we live in a world where if there are, Kardashian sisters, if there are Trump families, if there's Ace family as well, if there are people like us, there are also people like the Rohingya Muslims, the Uyghur Muslims, the, Syria refugees, Palestinian refugees, the Kashmiri Brethren, a lot of people that are missing right now, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And that is only because of some states, feel more hegemon towards the others and whatnot. But in today's world, war is not the answer towards these things.
Exactly.
So what can we do about it? And who are the people who can actually bring about the change? Who are the agents of change? This is what we're going to sort of explore
Exactly.
today.
This is definitely what we're going to explore, ladies and gentlemen. Today we'll be in conversation with gentlemen and ladies over here in the studios who have their own NGO with the name of MAPS, and they came up with this initiative of Global Peace Project. We're definitely going to ask them what they want to do and where they're actually headed, because of the fact that, you know, there's one thing which I'm very sure of, and I've seen documentaries on that too as well, and I've done my research, and that says that, for example, you know, within United States, you know, all of those weapons and aircrafts, you know, all of the private industry makes all of these things. And whenever US has been into war with any other country, their economy has always been booming as well. So this is one thing which we really need to realize, that, you know, where there's trillions of dollars involved in an industry, it's very hard to actually take it back and then dispense it onto other means, or probably on peace initiatives. So I think that this is one thing which we really need to keep under surveillance, and then not making the conversation difficult for our people over here who've actually taken this project to almost all the continents. They want 10,000 signatories. They'll be submitting it into the United Nations, and they want to do it through empowering youngsters today, ladies and gentlemen.
And I feel like that is the right way to go about it, because even the United Nations itself has recognized that there is no war, you know, and the answer is not the war. The political negotiations is the answer, probably peace talks and whatnot. But are all the parties willing to come to table to discuss that? That is the issue over here, right? And I think youngsters are the one who need to realize this, how to strike the right balance between the peace of, you know, peace and war of the world, because we can't, since you're talking about disarmament and everything, there is this term disarmament, of course. You know, there are treaties of disarmament, there are pacts and whatnot, but no one's working towards that.
Exactly, that's very true, Shiza. And then at the same time, there's one more thing which I just wanted to let people know, and that is that, ladies and gentlemen, whenever we talk about peace, every individual, I think, is a worker in terms of creating peace. But unfortunately, this is one thing which everybody knows, but nobody speaks about it, that wherever, you know, in whichever area there is no peace, I think that there are hidden agendas, and then there are people who really do know what to come down and sit on the table, because of the fact that they might be reaping some other benefits out of it, or out of that situation, or out of creating misery for other people. And at times, as humans, we do forget, because of the fact that we are so blindfolded by these worldly demands and needs and wants, that we really just tend to forget about life in general. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, on my right hand side, we have been joined by people from MAPS, obviously. This is that NGO which actually came up with this peace initiative as well. So on my right hand side, I've been joined by a social entrepreneur himself. He's a Global Peace Chain Program Officer. He's none other than Mr. Muhammad Ahmed. Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Walaikum assalam. I'm fine. How are you doing?
Absolutely perfect. Great. Thank you very much for joining us. And alongside Muhammad Ahmed, ladies and gentlemen, this is for the very first time that I've heard a name this beautiful.
Really?
And she's the country director for Global Peace Chain. She's none other than Miss Baneen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa jannatul halal wa dawlatul haram. Yeah.
Well, how are you?
Absolutely perfect. Thank you very much for joining us. And ladies and gentlemen, she especially came from Lahore to actually attend the show and to be on the show too as well. And moving on, alongside Miss Baneen, ladies and gentlemen, we have been joined by Youth Ambassador. He is the actual co-founder of MAPS, and he's none other than Mr. Kamran Zafar. Hello, assalamu alaikum, how are you?
Walaikum salam. I'm good. What about you?
Absolutely perfect. I look fabulous.
Good morning from my side to you and to all the viewers.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And last but not the least, ladies and gentlemen, we have been joined by Global Peace Ambassador. She's none other than Miss Sumaira Wasim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much for joining us. So let's get the conversation started. Kamran, I think I'm going to get my conversation started. Let us know briefly about what MAPS is, and then this Global Peace Initiative which your organization has taken, and how is it going to work?
Okay, so should I start with the MAPS? The MAPS is a youth-led organization. Okay. We have laid down the foundation of MAPS since 2012. I was the only member who started this initiative. The main objective of this organization was to encourage young people, motivate them, and to guide them regarding their career. We are working since 2012 in quality education, in social justice, peace,
women
empowerment, and like this. And we have organized a number of events, seminars, education expos. Till now, we have more than 10,000 registered members in all around the country. And recently, we have launched our global project, which is namely as Global Peace Chain. So what the Global Peace Chain exactly is? Global Peace Chain is a co-venture of more than 20 youth-led registered organizations from 20 different countries covering all the continents of the world.
Yeah.
Wait,
And
but whose idea was this? The
sorry?
peace chain. Whose idea was the peace chain?
It was obviously mine idea. The idea was mine, and right now we have our board member from different parts of the world, and right now we have organized in more than 125 countries.
Oh, wow.
Global Peace Chain is organized in these countries. We have a very strong hierarchy. We have our executive director. I am the executive director, and beside me, we also have a board of directors, and then program officers and country directors of about 125 countries, and then we have a number of global peace ambassadors, and the number exceeds then more than 2,000 global peace ambassadors right now we are having. And we also plan to submit a petition in United Nations which says that peace by dialogue. Like we are going to submit a theory that peace or that violence and terrorism has nothing to do with any caste, color, race, religion, and we can solve our issues on table. So this is our petition, that peace by dialogue, and we are going to submit a petition with the signatures of 1 million. So the correct figure is 1 million, not 10,000. We are collecting 10,000 signatures from each country, and the total figure will be 1 million. So it is very huge fact, you can say, and we are going to submit that specific petition by the end of 2020 in United Nations headquarters, inshallah.
Wow, that's great. Okay, but why would you think of creating peace in a globe full of 7 billion people? Why would this idea strike your head that, you know, this is something which I can do? Why peace?
And also to add to that, but belonging to a country like Pakistan, where, let's be honest, you know, all around the globe, there's this, you know, term that I don't want to name. It's sort of attached with us, okay? So being the youth of Pakistan.
Which term
and
is it? I'm just thinking, which term is it?
Terrorism. So being, you know, the youth of Pakistan and being the peaceful youth, because we know for a fact we live in Pakistan. How was it very easy to approach other countries, and was the response acceptable as well?
Okay, so I would like to start with the idea, like you have said, what was the reason that I have chosen the peace. Look, peace is not an issue which is directly related to myself only. This is the issue which is a common issue. When I was a kid, I used to watch a documentary on Kashmir. You can say, I think you have remembered that at the time of 5:30 p.m. every day we used to have a Kashmir documentary in PTV. So I was very passionate, and I was very passionate to do something for these people. But then when I became some mature, I have grown up, then I have realized that this one is not the issue of Pakistan only. The same issue is being happening in all parts of the world. Like you can say in Yemen, Syria, Palestine, Kashmir as well. So this peace is the main thing that we need to implement in all around the world. So that's why I have engaged all the youth members from every part of the world. We have engaged Australia, we have engaged America, we have engaged Europe, Africa, Asia, and we are engaging these youth, and they are collecting under a single umbrella that we are the youth and we are the future of the world. And what the future wants peace. We are here to make this world a peaceful world. Yeah, there might be some conflicts of power or land between state to state, that is a fact, but we can also solve this issue on table. Yes, so one day I believe that one day we will realize that war is not the answer. So the ultimate solution is peace, and we need to implement it as much as we can.
And in the table, but that's
no,
another
but that's
story.
what we inspired.
I want to move on to Baneen over here. Since you're the country director for this peace program, let us know what's going to happen in Pakistan, and how do you actually aspire to achieve peace?
Actually, as we're having 89 ambassadors across the Pakistan, so the thing is, we are on the agenda that we will conduct 20 summits, national summits across the Pakistan. Like we will approach small areas, you can say Rahim Yar Khan, Multan, and obviously they are going to conduct 20 summits. So we can reach 20 cities of the Pakistan. What would happen in these summits? International speaker will come in Pakistan, and they will discuss their experiences, their stories, everything, and we will discuss how we can create peace across the world. Definitely they will inspire our nation, our youth, and this all stuff.
Okay, since you're the country director yourself, I've got a very simple and an innocent question. That don't you think that when we talk about peace and going to 20 different countries over here within Pakistan where there's peace already, don't you think that you need ambassadors from hardship struck areas? For example, people who can actually talk about the concerns of the people living within those disturbed areas where there's no peace, or probably if there's war or issues like that, so that whenever you sign that document, or whenever you present the petition in United Nations, actually their voices get heard too. Because going to 20 different cities within Pakistan where there is peace, why would you think people are going to actually have a response to that?
Actually, the thing is, we are having 120 countries, so we are the ambassadors across the world. Those people who are affected related to peace, and we are having ambassadors from that cities and countries. The thing is, if we will do something about peace, definitely the youth, if we have a spark, we have very excellent and brilliant mind. So if we will take action, I think so it would be somehow better at the end.
No, okay. So how do you think that? I'm very sorry, but how do you think that all of these different summits which you actually planning will have an impact in towards having peace within the region?
Definitely, like we will go across the border, we will go over the sea, we will visit different countries like you can say America, Australia, Canada, and many other countries.
So he's asking, when you do all of that, is it going to have an impact on the people that you're talking
Definitely it will. Like we are having ambassadors across the world. When we will, when we will go at a platform, we will discuss many things like what are the basic issue behind this purpose. Like as we are, facing many issues, like Pakistan is facing issues about peace, like terrorist. Whenever we are going somewhere, people call we are terrorists.
We're not facing any issues like that.
Yeah.
We just labeled.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So the thing is, we are leading this campaign, and when Pakistan is leading this campaign, definitely it would be better.
Yes, of course. You want to add something?
Thank you very much for inviting us, especially player, and very good to see you guys. I was watching
like
different
your jacket,
shows.
yeah, it looks very nice.
Thank you very much once again. So, well, there are two important things. There are two important things I want to discuss right now.
Yeah.
Coming to your question first. When you talk about Pakistan, Alhamdulillah, we have achieved targets. We have achieved targets that Pakistan has sacrificed a lot for the sake of peace building. And coming to the figure that we gave 75,000 plus human life sacrifices, as well as damage to economy was 123 billion, more than 123 billion. It means that Pakistan has faced a great war and terror situation. So, Alhamdulillah, with the joint ventures, with the unity of all the community stakeholders, we have achieved the targets, and we are now moving forward with more potential, and Pakistan is emerging now. So we are the idol for the world now. Yeah. So we will not anymore say that we are the victim. We are not a victim. We have passed so the tough zone. Phase, yeah. So things are very fine now. We are peaceful here. We are even the main point thing. We are carrying out the agenda now. Yeah, Pakistan is carrying out the agenda, and Pakistan is telling the world that look at us. We are peaceful. We are spreading agenda. We're telling them that the things can be done not by war, not by arms, but only by dialogue on the peace, only by dialogue on the table. Yeah. So what we want to tell the people, to the world or the international media as well, that look at us with the positive vibes, look at us with the decency, look at us with more potential of positive thinking, that we are not who were after 9/11.
Very nice.
So we are now moving forward.
There was no role of Pakistan in 9/11 though.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, we got engaged in the wrong war. That was not our war. True, but unfortunately, there was an option, either you are with us or not. That was the friendship deal.
We had to make that. And I hate that we were robbed. But you put it out so beautifully. I love it. But so far you guys have been to Nepal?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're heading out to a short break. But when we come back, we're going to talk to Sumaira about what all went to Nepal. So stay tuned. Good morning.
Passion for polo will be the highest on the world's highest polo ground. Shandur invites visitors to experience a traditional polo tournament between the teams of Chitral and Gilgit. The tournament is held on Shandur Pass, the highest polo ground in the world, at 3,700 meters above sea level. The first time a polo tournament took place on the Shandur Pass was in 1936. It is a place unique and exotic in itself, surrounded by some of the most spectacular mountain scenery in the world. The event marks the annual rivalry between the teams of Chitral and Gilgit. The polo tournament has some added attractions for the visitors: trout fishing at the nearby streams and lakes, and a festival of folk dances and music of northern Pakistan. The event in itself offers a fascinating insight into the lifestyle of the people of this region. Their culture and indigenous customs are a delight to behold for the visitors.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for everybody who just got tuned into PTV World. You watching World this morning alongside Shiza Hashmi and Shahzad Khan. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we have been joined by some very well-empowered youngsters of Pakistan over here in the studios running an NGO with the name of MAPS. And they recently came up with this initiative of Global Peace Program, where they're actually going to go to different countries, hold their summits, and make sure that they actually eradicate war out of this world. Yes. And bring peace through dialogue and through empowering youngsters and women and whatnot. But before going towards the break, we wanted to move on to Samara over here, because Samara, ladies and gentlemen, is a Global Peace Ambassador. And I just wanted to ask, what would a Global Peace Ambassador job orientation would look like? So what do you do as a Global Peace Ambassador?
We as Global Peace Ambassadors, not just me, it's from all over the world. We have different Global Peace Ambassadors. So what we do is that we disseminate this concept of peace, this concept of dialogue, that there is more to it than meets the eye. It's not just there's not just a dialogue between two leaders. It's basically targeting the audience, because even the most progressive policies can end up in failure if they do not have the support of public opinion.
Exactly.
And what more public opinion can you have better than the youth of this period?
Of course.
So mostly the Global Peace Ambassadors are either youth aged between 20 to 31.
Okay.
So we're actually targeting them.
Oh, still in youth, yeah. Yeah, that's great. Okay, I'm very sorry, but I just wanted to ask you, where did you did your graduation or post-graduation
I know
from?
where this is going.
I'm not a graduate yet.
Oh, you're not even a graduate?
Yes, I'm a fourth-year law student.
Oh, very nice. So, where did you get this accent from?
I knew it.
Because it felt like as if I'm watching a Hollywood film right now.
I know, like,
I'm not sure.
Wow, that's great. Oh,
that's
lovely.
Brilliant. Okay, so Mary, you mentioned that you're focusing more on the audience and you want their inclusion and participation,
yes.
right? But how can you expect that all of the youngsters around the globe are as passionate as you are?
I'm considering among my age cohorts, where I've been living and breathing and, interacting with them, I've seen, and it's actually really empowering and uplifting to see people of my age building organizations. I've been a part of many youth organizations. I've been a part of Ideas Foundation.
Wow.
It's focused on Pakistan, which actually clears the public image in international platforms. Other than that, I'm also a part of international organizations such as Women Deliver, which is a global youth and Gender Equality Forum. We're actually holding a conference on global gender equality next year in June 2019.
Wow, wow, I love all these initiatives.
that's
That's
great.
brilliant. So now coming back to Nepal, you guys went there and you guys held a summit and everything. Who wants to talk about it? You?
Yeah, I want to.
Okay, so what happened over there and how long was the trip? Who went and who were the people that you engaged with? Everything.
Because I believe a lot, according to this Global Peace program of yours or the initiative of yours, I think Nepal is one of the success stories, right?
Yes, exactly. Okay, well, as Mr. Kaman told you the brief story about Global Peace Chain, it is a peace journey, journey toward peace, first of all. And we intend to move to more than 6 continents, and we will definitely lay in every continent.
Yeah.
And coming to Asia, so we went to Nepal, and it was a wonderful experience there. And a delegate of 7 people, 7 young ambassadors from our foundation were there. So we organized 2 international summits. One was in Sanval city. It's like a deprived area, a village section. And the other one is Kathmandu, the Golden Gate College. It's an international college. We organized 2 international peace summits over there, and we engaged more than 500 youngsters, the young Nepali youth especially. So what was the idea basically? We want to check out the credibility of the people, what they're thinking about peace, what school of thought they have about peace, and what they are actually gonna execute with the peaceful things.
Right.
So we addressed them, we told them that why we are here. So we told them about the Global Peace Chain. So what we got from them, it's very interesting. Every human being, either it's a young man or like old man, every human being, they are passionate, they want to live freely, they want to live independently, they want to sleep peacefully. So it's basically the peace is the need of everyone. So carrying out this agenda is actually meant to bring more motivation to every human being. We're asking a question to Ms. Sumera because what I can do, I can motivate others. I can make a chain. It's a big chain. So the chain is actually covering up more than 1,000 global peace ambassadors. So in each country, we will like conduct focus group discussions. We will have interactive sessions, dialogues, issue with peace as well as solutions. We are just not doing peace advocacy. It's all about coming up with the solutions as well. You know, when you're talking about something but you do not have solution, it's only a talk and it will be useless. So we are having solution now, and we were very amazed that people really gave a very heartwarming responses, and they were appreciating our efforts, as well as we went to SARC Secretariat.
So can you mention what sort of issues and solutions were discussed? Maybe one of them.
Well, people were very concerned about the religious interference about things, as well as the negative extreme thoughts.
Okay.
These 2 are the basic things. So what we address to them is all about coexistence, acceptance, interfaith harmony, and love. These are the 3-4 important factors we can cover and promote as agenda of peace, as can become a peace ambassadors. So when we talk about this, and people came with the great ideas, people said that, okay, let's forget about the religion. Let's talk about the humanity first. We're the human being. So we are all equal. We can be different by caste, color, creed, but the thing is that we are equal. We are human being. So these are the barrier. That barrier comes with a negative and extreme thoughts. So what we have to do, we have to first promote that we should definitely accept each other. The first successful term to peace is acceptance. The second thing is coexistence. The third thing is that the religion comes 4th to 5th thing. So the third thing is that interfaith harmony, living with peace and peace environment. So I was very happy to see that people are coming up with great ideas. They were shaking hands with us. They were saying that we are with you along this agenda. So getting their support, getting their positive remarks, really empowered us as well, and really gave us a great motivation that the people to whom we address are really with us. So
and this reminds me of something. I think I've mentioned this on the show before as well. There's this place in Sindh called Mitti. And there are Hindus and Muslims living there together. So when it's Diwali and everything, all the Muslims are sort of celebrating it with them, making food for them and everything. And when it's Muharram or if it's Eid and everything, all the Hindus are being their watch guards and doing things with them. So this is the interfaith harmony that we're talking about.
Exactly.
And I think we need to highlight such examples too as well. But now I want to move on to Kamran Sahib over here, and I think that this question once again is very important in nature, and it is because of the fact that when we talk about global peace, I think we really need to talk about global leaders sitting together. Now, what kind of initiatives has your organization taken to actually reach out to all the global leaders and make sure that they come together and sit down in the conflict areas, resolution, or probably the process towards resolution or resolving the issues?
Yeah. We have a very perfect idea and perfect plans for that specific agenda. And when you are, yes, as you told that when we speak about global peace, then global peace may come from some diplomats, some stakeholders of government. We have to involve them as well with our project. Exactly. So we have plans to engage them as well. We are going to organize 20 different summits, national peace summits in 20 different countries, like we have done one in Nepal, and the next one will be in Russia or in South Africa. We have some plans over there. So we are also connecting with the leaders of that specific country, and we are inviting them to attend our conference, and at that specific conference we are inviting them on the table, and we are having some discussion of panel discussion, and we will arrange a seating between youth and that specific leaders, and the youth will engage with that specific leaders, and we will urge them to join our cause. We will give them the, obviously they will also sign the petition, and that will be the very powerful signature from that side. And we, at the end, when we are going to submitting our resolution in United Nations, we have plans to invite some global leaders as well. We have ex-president of US in our loop, and other stakeholders which are the policy makers of the world.
Wow. Okay, very nice. So that means that I'll probably have to move on to Umul Baneen over here, since she's the country director for the entire initiative. So how many Pakistani leaders have you reached out to, and what is the first response you've got so far from them?
So as we're, we're going to different universities, and definitely when we are going to reach them, we are getting very positive response. Like they're appreciating, like you people are doing very amazing work. If you can say celebrities, as I have many people around me who are from media. So I approached them as City 42, you can say, and Jugan, she's very good friend of mine.
She's one of our own.
Yeah,
yes.
She's at PTV.
Yeah.
So whenever I'm discussing this agenda with them, they're really appreciating, and they're saying, yeah, this is very
cool. Okay, that's great.
See, to political leaders though.
Yeah, you're misleading me. You've been misled by the question. Probably it was the way I asked the question. But I want you to be very precise on this. You're the country director of a peace project, peace initiative, which actually aims to maintain peace throughout the globe. Now, I want you to let us know how many political leaders have you reached out to, and they might have said that kids, you guys are doing a great job, but we want them to actually be our voice and go and see other world leaders so that the problems can be resolved. So who have you reached out to so far? Take names and what they have said so far.
Actually, recently Ahmed was having a meeting with Shah Mahmood Qureshi. Okay. So that was really great meeting, and we discussed our all agenda and plan whatever we are going to do in future. So definitely he appreciated him, and he said whatever you people wanted from us, definitely we will support you, and that was a really grateful meeting.
So let's move on to Ahmed. Ahmed, what happened? Minutes of the meeting.
As you mentioned that we actually need to approach the world leaders, the policy makers, the diplomats, the foreign offices as well. So I met with Mr. Qureshi, and he really appreciated the efforts we are doing. And there's a big part of Pakistan in peace building, especially comes to the South Asia region. We are the contributors with the champ now. So Mr. Shah Mahmood Qureshi extended his all support as from the Foreign Ministry, and inshallah we will be getting some acknowledgement. And after that I met with the ex-religious federal minister, Mr. Harmin Said Kazmi, Dr. Faisal from the Foreign Minister office, and one of the director from Mr. Shah Nos from the Director Kashmir in foreign office, as well as we met with Alimin Gandapur, as well as I'm forgetting the name of the guy.
It's all right. It's all right.
So soon in next week we're going to have a meeting with Miss Shiri Mazari.
I was about to mention that you should meet with her.
Yeah, we have got the appointment, and she has called us to the office, and inshallah we will be meeting that. And engaging high-level people, engaging high officials into this campaign will definitely impact the situation, and will get boosted into that. And I was just about to tell you that when we went to Nepal, we visited Secretariat of SARC Secretariat. We used to read in books that there is a secretariat in Nepal, but luckily we got Nepal Secretariat appointment, and we met with Dr. Riswa. She's a Director of Social Affairs, and she's from, I think, she's
Maldives.
Maldives. And she really appreciated. And what was my point of view that, our point of view that, we want to sit with the Indian youngsters, we want to sit with the people of Afghanistan, we want to sit with Bangladesh, but unfortunately we have a big tension with them. So we want to remove this tension. How it is possible when we would have a youth-to-youth interaction? We want to have a youth-to-youth interaction.
Did you reach out to them?
Yes, I suggested them to SAG, please provide us a neutral platform where I can call my all ambassadors with their ambassadors as well, with their official ambassadors, diplomats. So we want to have a dialogue, we want to create a like a positive session with them in which we must come with a solution. This time no more alleging on each other, no more bashing on each other, you are doing this, you are doing no. But this time we will definitely come with a solution that we the youngsters, we are the 40% of the world, and coming to Pakistan we are the 60% of the country. So we are the change makers and we are the policy makers now. Definitely. If you talk about youth, you talk about the future as well. So we are now opening the gateway for the future. And we have to take the decision. And inshallah, after 4 to 5 years, we will definitely be making policies for peace. And our policies would definitely be on the behalf of PARS. Our policies will definitely be to resolve the issues that the countries are having. I guarantee if Pakistan and India unite together, we would be the best trademark into the region, as well as we will definitely be doing great into the region and even marking the situation all over the world. But unfortunately, we are divided by the third parties. So we want to remove this tension. We want to sit with Indian brothers, with Afghani brothers, with Iranian brothers, because we want to make love, and this is the only way to do that.
That's great. India, go ahead.
Adding to that Pakistan and India relationship, I have a friend who's an Indian. Yeah. We actually met in South Korea. So we actually faced these erroneous misconceptions about each other's countries, and we got along really well. Yeah. In a way that we talked in Urdu. She could understand Urdu, I could understand Hindi. Yeah. We talked in English, we talked in Korean. We were able to talk in 4 different languages. Wow. And there was this connection. So I believe dialogue to be very stimulating, because it actually erases or blurs the differences and the dissimilarities that arise due to other barriers, or these communication barriers or media barriers media is very helpful in eradicating barriers, but it also does create barriers, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I think we'll have to be honest over here, and as I said at the start of the show, that there are different hidden agendas. People do not speak about it, which is why, you know, we can probably use technology for our advantage, and that is that we really do not have to involve any high up. All we can do is probably call our friend from India on Skype or any other online platform, and then join people and then have a conversation, then let it out on television channels. We'll talk about it when we come back, ladies and gentlemen, but we have a small clip to share with you guys about peace. Go ahead, be peaceful, take a deep breath. Let's do it.
Peace is not just absence of war, but also a state of mind, individual or collective, a social, cultural, political and economic harmony. Peace is also a way of being and a way of living. To build a true culture of peace, we need to develop justice and respect of human rights to fight against poverty. Now the time has come to activate the youth of the world to get the best from the atom by using it properly and bringing peace in the world. The youth of new millennium must work hard for linking and networking research with the international peace movement. Youth must be encouraged to appeal to the world leader to create peaceful and sustainable world. International peace and security cannot be achieved without the promotion of mutual understanding, cooperation and goodwill among the youth of the world. The world community must give a new dimension to task of education, producing a new kind of spirit of harmony and understanding in the art of living in the world community. UN must empower every youth with the education and resources to sustainable livelihood and provide social security and solution building concerning peace. The young people will be encouraged to take part in activities of understanding other people and to discover the cultures of other races such as Japanese, the Africans and the Arabs. The vision is a peaceful and democratic society where young people to take an active role towards cultivating a culture of peace and development.
Graduation. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was a small report on how youth can probably actually play their role to achieve peace in the world. And outside the world, obviously, your heart needs to be at peace too as well. But towards the end of the show,
the two things that we need to do. First, we need to hear something from Sumaira in Korean language.
Yeah. Can you sing us a song in Korean language?
Maybe
just like 2 lines.
I'm not really good at singing though.
Well, even that's fine because we're not very good at listening to Korean though. so I think that's all right. Yeah.
All right, what should I say there? Could I just say something else?
Yeah. Say whatever.
Could I just introduce myself in
Yeah,
Korean?
go ahead.
안녕하세요. 저 스마일라우신이라고 합니다. 아버지 잘 부탁드립니다.
안녕하세요, Shazad Khan, myself, yeah, right here. Well, that was great. It was good to listen to Korean. But towards the end, let us know what MAPS has achieved so far, and with this peace project, in how many years do you think that world will be a place without war, without conflict, without problems?
And you've set a target for 2020, right?
Yeah.
To submit the petitions to the UN.
Yeah,
and
we
do you
have-
think
we
you're
have
going to
our-
achieve that?
Yeah, obviously we will. Actually, I believe that what we have in our scope, we have some try that we should try, and the result will be upon Allah.
Yeah.
And inshallah, I believe on my Allah, and I believe on myself, I believe on my team, and inshallah, I will achieve this target, obviously. And coming to the points of achievements of global peace chain, so let me clarify one more thing, that it's been just 3 months of global peace chain, and in these 90 days we have organized our board, which consists of 9 members, one from America, one from Singapore, one from UK, one from Spain, one from Pakistan, and so on. And we have organized our setup in 125 countries. And it's very tough procedure that we believe in merit. Let me tell you one very interesting fact, that we have received more than 10,000 applications from around the world. I used to read each application once, and I used to shortlist 3 members from each country. Then one of our board member goes live on Skype, and we use to have an interview, and then we will assign or appoint a country director. And in this way, we have assigned more than 50 country directors till now. And the program is continues, and we believe to have our country directors to the figure of 150. Okay. And like this, we also had our first summit in Nepal, as Mr. Ahmed told you. We also went in Nepal, Pakistan Embassy, Kathmandu, as we have very amazing chit chat over there. We visited SARC Secretariat. One of our team from United States conducted a program in United Nations headquarters. Wow. It was an event, namely a call for peace, and our team from America visited there. They promoted the idea of global peace chain, and it was fantastic. On the other hand, we have got about 30 to 40,000 signatures till now, and the figure will goes on, obviously, and we are going to have 1 million signatures, that's why. And on the other hand, we also had some activities in Nigeria, Kenya, so I think that's more than enough till now, and inshallah we are going to have more than 200 peace camps, more than 200 peace seminars in 200 countries, and after all, inshallah we will submit 1 million signatures on peace petition, which says peace by dialogue by the end of 2020 in United Nations headquarters. Inshallah.
Very nice. We wish you best of luck. Thank you very much for joining us. It was wonderful to have you on the show.
Likewise.
And we definitely pray that this chain gets longer and longer till the day we actually achieve peace in
and
true
we're so
manner.
proud that actually Pakistan took this initiative.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
We're so proud of all of you. So ladies and gentlemen, don't be a bully, don't be a keyboard warrior, and do not support, nefarious ideas and, very war-supporting ideas as well. Be a better person for yourself, for your environment, for your friends and family, and be peaceful at your heart.
And do write to us on our Facebook fan page, which is with the name of
Well This Morning.
On Twitter.
Well This Morning without a G.
On Daily Motion and YouTube.
Well This Morning. Well
and
This
the
Morning.
fabulous repeat is going to be at
11 p.m.
Till the next time, 1, 2, 3.
Good
Good
morning.
morning. Thank you.